Hey guys, welcome back to Journey with Rebecca. My name is Rebecca and this is my journey. So, my family and I just got back from a week-long vacation. We went on a cruise with Royal Caribbean down to Florida and the Bahamas. It was absolutely amazing. Now we are back in crappy weather, New York, and I am trying to prepare myself for the week ahead. So there is absolutely no shortage of food on cruise ships. This was all of our first cruise. You can eat any time of day, anything you want all day long. And we did that. So I think the only person who didn't gain any weight was my daughter. She's rail thin. We've all come back heavier, and that was definitely not the plan. So in my attempt to set myself up for a successful week and weeks to come in order to get that weight back off and then some, I am doing a huge prep day, and I was in the middle of it and I was like, why don't I just record this, make it a video, bring people along on the journey of what it's going to take to get me back into healthy mode. So I've already done a ton of preparation, which I will take you through and show what I've done. And then I still have so much left to do. I'm one of those people that if it's not easy and convenient and right in front of me, I'm gonna grab something that's easier. So I've done a bunch of prep to make sure that I can grab a quick snack on the go, or I can prepare quick meals that are gonna be easier for me and my family to kind of get ourselves back into healthy, non-processed fatness mode. So let me show you what I've done already and then what I still have left to do. I've been at this for a long time now. I went to the grocery store for the first time. Obviously, we were on a cruise. We didn't have any food at home. So it's been a bit of a mess. I'm not a neat person when I do anything like this. It's not aesthetically pleasing. It just is what it is. I'm just trying to get myself into a mode where I can grab something healthy and go. So let me show you what I've done so far. All of us got very sunburned on vacation, and we're all at the point now where our skin is just peeling off. So like I have some serious peelage going on here. So I look like a baby with like cradle cap right now. So if you can see that in the video, please disregard. Anyway, so I've done what seems like not much for the time that it's taken me, but I get distracted easily. So I'm, one place and I'm another place. But I'm sure maybe you guys have seen this trend on TikTok where people are, it's not a trend, it's just a way of living. People are cleaning their fruit and putting it into canning jars. So strawberries, pretty much my daughter is the only one who will actively eat them in the house for like lunches and breakfast and stuff. But there's always inevitably like 4 or 5 strawberries that are left and go bad. So I cleaned them all, I soaked them, and then I put them down on a towel and patted them dry, took off all the greens, and I threw them into these canning jars. So now when she is in a hurry and needs to get her lunch together for school, they're here and ready to go. I have found with my kids that unless you make it readily available for them, they're the same way as me. And maybe everybody's that way. They just will go for the easier option. Well, little mandarin oranges are a very easy option, right? But I've made it even easier because same thing. I'll buy a bag of like the cuties or whatever, and they'll end up going bad because not everybody's eating them. So I literally peeled all of them and I threw them in canning jars. So now all you have to do when you want a healthy snack is open them up and grab them and go. I do that like when I buy grapes too. Like if I buy grapes and wash them and put them in the fridge, nobody will eat them. But if I buy grapes and I wash them and I throw them on a bowl and put them on the kitchen table where they're easily accessible and in view, people will eat them. So I'm trying to make this whole healthy eating thing easier for me. So all of this food is non-processed, fresh food that's good for you. So I am a part of this no buy group on Facebook where people list things that they're giving for free and you can go pick them up. And so I ended up getting a bunch of jars, glass jars for free, which was awesome. So I filled this with some trail mix, nuts, berries, dark chocolate, things that I got today. when I went to the store. So this is a nice snack that I can just grab on the go. I have another one just like that other glass jar that I threw some granola in for when I'm having like fruit and yogurt and granola. I have one, this was also free jar full of raisins, which are great for anti-inflammation if you have any of those issues. And then one of walnuts, also free jar. So 4 of these jars were absolutely free, which is amazing, and I love that. These jars, this is an old sauce jar. I threw some dried cranberries in here. I plan on making a cranberry and walnut salad this week, which I just realized I forgot to buy the cheese that I wanted to go with that. So we'll have to figure that out. Then I took an old Parmesan jar and I threw sunflower seeds in there, and they didn't all fit. So then I just threw the rest in an old coconut oil jar. And that's all I've done so far. It's taken me a really long time because I'm just distracted. So I still have a lot more to go. So I have lettuce to prep, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers. I'm gonna wash all of my produce and get it ready to go. Now, I normally am not the kind of person that does stuff like this. I don't come home and take all of the things that I have out of the container they're in and put them in a different container. But for me, who's a visual person who wants something easy, I think this is hopefully the way to go. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Is it completely necessary for me to take the baby cucumbers that I got out of the bag that they came in, wash them, and put them into an old iced tea jar? Absolutely not. But this is another thing that gets thrown into the bottom of the fridge, into the produce drawer, and it gets left and then doesn't get eaten and they go bad. So in an effort to avoid that, I am putting them in this clear glass jar, and they're already washed and ready to go, so they're quick, easy, grab and go snack. The next thing I moved on to was a cauliflower, and specifically cauliflower rice. You can absolutely go to the store in your freezer section and buy cauliflower that has already been quote unquote riced. I like to make my own. It's not as convenient, no, but I've just always done it that way. And I actually did check out bags of it at the grocery store today, and I feel like it costs about the same whether you're buying a head of cauliflower or a bag of cauliflower rice. And you have control over the ingredients that are going into it. So I took 3 heads of cauliflower, only shown 2 in the video, and I riced all of them and put them in containers. And then I had a 4th head of cauliflower that I just cleaned up in the strainer and chopped into pieces. Now I can use it for a snack. I can use it for a meal of just a side of cauliflower if I want, or if I want to rice it, I can go ahead and do that as well. We will be eating carb-free dinners, my husband and I, for the most part, so this is a great alternative to actual rice. Next up is broccoli, and basically just follow the same process of rinsing real good, getting any dirt, debris, bugs, or any gross things out of there that we don't want to eat. Threw them into containers and baggies, so I have them for later. I can cook them, make them as a side, eat them as a snack, do whatever I want with them, but the initial prep part is done and I don't have to worry about it, especially when I'm in a hurry to make dinner quickly. Next up is Brussels sprouts. Now, I don't know if some people might find this weird to prepare these ahead of time, but I like to cut mine in half, and I also like to cut the end off after I've rinsed them. So I'm doing this ahead of time so I don't have to worry about it later. My whole family loves Brussels sprouts. I know you either love them or hate them. And I like to prepare them just on a baking sheet with some olive oil and salt and pepper and Parmesan cheese, and then I put them cut side down and roast them in the oven like that, and they turn out delicious. So this is all done, prepared, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. The last of the produce prep that I'm doing today is romaine lettuce. Now, yes, I could go to the grocery store and buy the bags of already pre-chopped lettuce. I prefer not to do that. I prefer to chop them myself. I think you get more for the money when you get the romaine hearts. Chop them yourselves. So cleaned them up, got them all chopped in the salad spinner. I already had some that I had done when we got home from vacation yesterday. So now I have salad stuff all prepped and ready to go. We eat a lot of salad in this house, so this is just another thing that I no longer have to worry about. One of the last things I'm doing is prepping our chicken for the week. Now, this is something that I would normally do anyways. I actually have a whole video about the price of chicken and preparing it, so it's ready to go for your meals. I will put a link to that video in this video, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. I just like to trim all the fat off of the chicken breast, and then I actually cut them in half because they are really thick. So I cut them in half, and then I got some prepared to go in the oven now, and then the rest will go in the fridge for meals later in the week. Okay, it took me a while, but I am completely done. I have 2 packs of chicken that I have broken down and gotten ready, 2 that are about to go in the oven right now for meals for later in the week, possibly even tonight. One of them has Italian dressing on it, the other one has a white barbecue sauce on it. Then I have a whole other thing of chicken that is prepped and ready to go for whenever I need it. I left the carrots, matchstick carrots, carrot chips, and the sugar snap peas alone. I don't need to do anything with those. They're ready to go for whatever I'm going to use them for. I have 2 things of cauliflower rice, and then 2 additional baggies of just cauliflower florets that I have broken up. I also have 4 things of broccoli, cleaned, chopped, ready to go for meals or snacks. 2 things of Brussels sprouts, ready to go. A ton of lettuce, which I also have a bunch more that is ready to go. And then I have the things that I did earlier in the day, which was the strawberries, the oranges, and then the cucumbers, and then putting all of these other things into containers so they are ready to go when I need them. Last thing I have left to do is just take the coffee from the bags behind me and throw it into the big container, so we are ready to make coffee for the week. Normally I would have put a lot of this stuff in like gallon-sized Ziploc bags, but I don't have any. I ran out. So this works out anyways because now I'm not having to throw away plastic, and I can just wash and reuse the containers that I have. My next big thing will be getting all of this stuff into the refrigerator and making sure that it fits. So hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. All right, so it took me a while, but I'm completely done with my meal prep for the next couple of weeks. I've gotten myself ready to go back to work after a wonderful vacation. This is not how I intended on spending my last day off, but it's totally worth it because I have set myself up for a successful next couple of weeks with my eating habits. I do have to go to work, but I have done my future self a ton of favors by taking care of all this prep. So I'm not cooking much, but I have prepared a ton. So I can just grab it and go, or grab it and cook it and be ready to eat and spend time with my family. So yes, it's going to take time in the beginning, but in the long run, it is totally worth it. So let me know if you guys have your own tips and tricks that you do for planning your meals or prepping or anything like that. I would love to hear what you guys do as well. Thank you so much for watching. It's great to be back from vacation, making videos again. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you all soon.